love is best when you do it in the shadows. I don't know who said that, but you're 10 romance anime with forbidden love. Let's go. Number 10, Bubble.
歌が来て初めて俺になった。歌が来てくれたからありがとう。
Sometimes what makes love forbidden is nature itself. In this anime, Tokyo is isolated because strange bubbles appeared out of nowhere and took away the gravity of the country. So now every teenager goes jumping from building to building thinking they are the love child of Ezio Auditore and Neil Armstrong. One of these kids, Hibiki, who one day meets Yuta, a girl who appears from the sea and saves him. Bubble is pretty much about the two trying to figure out about the strange sounds they are hearing. It has your good old mystery with some neat blend of romance and sci-fi, and you want to know what's best? It's done by WIT Studio. When WIT is involved, you know the animation and production quality would be off the roof. Number 9, Beastars.
さすがの私も肉食獣の相手は初めて。
ああ、いつもだけどつくづく自分が嫌になる。
あなたも小動物初めて。
This feels like the ultimate victory for furry fans, but not really. I'm just joking. The story is what makes you want to keep watching this show. You've got a school full of talking animals and a war between the herbivores and the carnivores. That may sound silly in your head, but just like a lot of good anime, the execution is what makes Beastars stand out from the crowd.
見るものか消えろ。覚悟はできてるね。楽しみはこれからだ。
The entire anime tells the love story of a wolf named Legoshi and a rabbit named Haru. Now, remember how your elementary school teacher taught you how wolves eat rabbits? Yeah, so that's pretty much what builds tension in here. Behind the narrative is a self-reflection about human nature itself. And amid all that class struggle, discrimination, and violence is a nice and sweet love story. Number 8, Duke and Death and His Maid.
残り1枚ですから食べきってください。
わかった、食べるよ。
The young Duke is cursed. Wait, what's the dude's curse? Well, everything he touches dies, and Alice, his maid, keeps it her duty to make Duke's life less painful. The maid teasing him romantically helps Duke keep him sane through difficult times. And by teasing, you know what I mean.
指先に絡ませたい髪とかミステリアスな目元とかキスしたくなる唇とか。
Honestly, all jokes aside, the teasing is what makes this anime adorable. It's not Takagi-san level of adorable, but it's nice to see a grown man blush and stumble when his maid decides to play around with him. This anime tells an interesting and important story about the importance of human relationships and the extent we go to defend the people we care about. So, if you need a rom-com with forbidden love, give this one a go. Number 7, Kimonozume.
一緒にいたいと大声で叫べ。好きだユカ。何があろうと何者であろうと俺はお前を愛してる。
Wait a minute, Mr. Otaku Den, what the hell is this art style? Why are you recommending this to me? Well, buddy, sometimes it's not the animation that matters, but the love stories we saw along the way. But that doesn't mean this is bad animation. This anime pretty much adapted a unique anime style to showcase its story, even if that anime style looks like it was done by a 4-year-old who got his hands on a crayon. This is also one of those anime that execute the monster-human tough love concept really well. On one side, we've got a human, and on the other side, we have a monster. And then we have the, oh, she's a monster, why are you dating her philosophy presented to us in a new way. So ignore the animation and go for the story. Number 6, Love After World Domination.
ネズミさんと一緒にいられるだけで幸せなんだ。
私もだ。だが不動忘れるな。 私たちの関係は誰にも絶対にバレるわけにはいかん。
Now, this is Forbidden Love pretty much fed to the story's core concept. Here, our boy wants to achieve world peace and the girl wants to control the world. Yeah, so it's more like a bad boy, good girl type of anime. But the truth is, these two are secret lovebirds. That's right, even though they kill each other in the public, they secretly have an affair in private.
どうした？
Now, this is one of those romance slice-of-life anime. If you go to watch this anime expecting something like Legend of the Galactic Heroes, then you'll be disappointed. But if you want a cute slice-of-life romance where two people kill each other and then love each other, then this is the show for you. And what's great is you get some nice and wholesome comedy along the way, too. Number 5, Snow White with the Red Hair.
それは悪かった。俺は善。
私は白雪。
よろしく頼む、白雪。そもそも俺の着地の失敗は半分お前のせいだったしね。
No, this is not the classic retelling of Snow White, but this has borrowed some elements in it. This anime may start off in a Disney fairy tale style with a good prince, bad prince, and innocent girl, but then it focuses on the girl's adventure and how she learns to be a medic in the good prince's castle. And what's nice is it's got that sweet, sweet budding romance between the main couple.
赤ってのは運命の色のことを言うんだろ。今は厄介なだけでも案外いいものに繋がってるかもしれないぞ。
So, what's this all about? It's about Shirayuki, a cheerful red-haired girl living in the country of Tanbaran, working as an apothecary. But once the prince of the country, Raji, gets her attention, he immediately forces her to become his concubine. When things get worse and Shirayuki decides to run away, she is saved by Prince Zen, and soon this damsel in distress falls in love. If you need a fantasy anime with romance, here you go. Number 4, Aquarion Evol.
この猫シュシュっていうのなんだかここが好きみたいで。
この猫。
This is for you mecha anime fans who are always crying about not getting enough romance in your anime. This anime is about Mikono and Amata, two teenagers who manage to control a robot together. Wait, why does that sound like a big deal? Well, one of the rules that governed this world was that male and female Aquaria pilots were forbidden to have contact or even fight on the same battlefield.
このさんを守りたいから。だからごめん。
You can pretty much see where the forbidden love comes from. But it's not just forbidden love. We've got some nice mecha action to keep the story moving forwards. Sure, you won't get the Darling in the Franxx vibes in here, but you get a nice romance action anime that plays the sci-fi elements and the forbidden love trope really well. Number 3, Hotarube no Moree.
今夜家を抜け出してこれるか。ずっと一緒に行きたいと思っていたんだ。
行きたいです。
Who needs a nice blending of supernatural folklore and a tragic love story that is slowly built up through the whole movie? And when the sadness hits you and you start listening to Lauren Aquilina's King, that's when you start breaking down crying. There's nothing special about Hotarube no Moree in terms of animation or art because in the end, it's all about the feelings. And man, it knows how to stab you in the heart and twist the blade.
楽しみだな。あと3年して卒業したらこっちの方で就職探すつもりなの。そしたらもっと一緒にいられるわ。
This is based on a one-shot manga that involves a girl named Hotaru who runs into a forest inhabited by spirits. Here she meets a mysterious boy wearing a mask named Gin. It turns out Gin has a curse. If anyone touches him, he'll disappear forever. Yeah, it sucks to be him, but that's how curses and sad romance anime work. Number 2, Basilisk.
力を尽くします。お慕いしております。
わしもじゃ。
This is the king of all forbidden love stories. It's got that epic Japanese setting, you got ninja clans, you got ninjas with special abilities, and all of it comes together in a battle royale that pretty much takes a page from Game of Thrones. You can't root for your favorite character because you'll never know when your favorite character will face their red wedding.
所詮星が違うたか。
死にそうらえこうが誕生
This is about children of rival clans, Genosuke Koga and Obaru Iga, who end up falling in love. When they plan to unite the two clans through their marriage, a new war ends up reigniting as the two clans are asked to resolve the dispute through a battle royale that will decide the fate of the clans once and for all. If you need forbidden love in an epic fantasy setting, then this is the show for you. Number 1, Romeo x Juliet.
待ってまた会えるよね
Why don't we finish off with some Shakespeare? Your English teacher will love it, but don't tell her there's a Japanese retelling of the original play. This anime puts a fresh spin on the original story while keeping the enemies turned lovers trope. For this example, Juliet is way more badass than the original one, and she even has a secret identity called the Red Whirlwind.
ごめん
I guess you pretty much know about Romeo and Juliet now. Juliet meets Romeo, the son of Leontes, and despite their parents' struggles, they fall deeply in love with each other. They carry out their relationship in secret, just like in the original story. Like I said, the story remains the same, but there are some twists you never expect. So the next time your teacher says to go read Romeo and Juliet, tell her, screw you, I'm gonna go watch the anime.